O Mother Nui, stretch high above this valley. Your starry body is our glory. Then see the hawk of yonder Ahurquit, his fiery splendor, oh so mighty. He brings a light for all our weary souls. He makes the broken spirit whole.
Imagine you're trying to read a complex wiring diagram for a rocket engine, but the only translation manual you have is like a dictionary of medieval poetry. You're going to get an incredibly dramatic but, entirely wrong idea of how that engine actually works.
Right, yeah. And you're definitely not going to space with that manual.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So welcome to today's deep dive. We are unpacking an academic paper on thelemic cosmology, which is this esoteric system developed by Aleister Crowley and embraced by the rocket pioneer Jack Parsons.
Yeah, and our mission today is really to figure out why these historical figures use the word Satan strictly as a technical or engineering term rather than, a demon.
And just to set the stage right out of the gate, we aren't here to advocate for anyone's theology today. Whether we touch on things that trigger right-wing or left-wing political sensibilities, we're completely impartial here.
Exactly. We're just looking at this text as a mechanical blueprint, really, to see how these thinkers redefined polarizing religious terms without actually endorsing the religion.
Right. So getting into it, the paper points out that when people read this stuff, they make a massive translation error between paradigms.
They do because they carry over the Orthodox Christian definition, where Satan is basically this moral forensic entity.
Like a cosmic courtroom prosecutor.
Exactly, a prosecutor keeping a ledger of your sins. But in Thelema, it's seen as a pre-moral structural coordinate of energy. I mean, it doesn't judge you or tempt you at all.
I mean, it really reminds me of how the word mass means one thing in Newtonian physics, but then it completely changes when you move into Einstein's relativity.
Oh, that is a perfect analogy.
Right, because it's the exact same word, but the underlying mechanics are entirely different. You just can't plug a cosmic prosecutor into a structural coordinate without breaking the map.
You really can't. And to understand what this coordinate actually represents, the source transitions into the original Kabbalistic spelling, which is Shin Teth Nun.
Okay, and what does that actually map out?
Well, it maps an occult diagram of spirit fire descending into a coiled serpent for transformation. It's this Hadit energy that basically mirrors the Eastern Tantric concept of Kundalini.
Wait, a fiery serpent. I mean, what does that actually mean in practice for you, the listener?
So it represents a dormant, vital energy sitting at the base of the spine. When this inner spark is woken up, it's supposed to drive a person toward their true will.
Which is like their authentic, intrinsic purpose, right? Totally separate from basic biological urges or just what society tells them to do.
Exactly.
But wait, I'm stuck on something here. If this is just a positive inner spark designed to help you find your life's purpose, why deliberately use a word that literally translates from biblical Hebrew as adversary? That just seems like terrible branding.
Well, it's called the adversary because it attacks your false constructed ego. I mean, think about the version of you that you've built just to fit into society.
Oh, like the rationalizations and the defenses.
Right, the constant need for approval. This inner energy creates intense psychological friction to shatter that false self. So it's an adversary to your illusions, not to humanity itself.
Okay, that makes sense. But why should you, listening right now, actually care about a 100-year-old occult vocabulary test?
Well, because the paper suggests the shark value has an immediate operational purpose. It basically sets a psychological trap.
How so?
If you hear a word and instantly flinch, that physical resistance surfaces your inherited cultural programming. The boundaries society put in your head without your consent.
Oh, wow. So it completely bypasses your rational brain.
Exactly.
Jack Parsons introduced this great concept for this. He called it the Copernicus effect, because Copernicus wasn't trying to destroy the universe when he proved the Earth orbits the sun.
Right, but to Ptolemy's Orthodox followers, heliocentrism looked like absolute destruction.
Exactly. Every new paradigm looks like an antichrist to the old one.
And Parsons believed that to usher in a new era, whether he was, inventing solid fuel rocketry or pushing spiritual boundaries, you have to be willing to play the villain to the old world.
So ultimately, this highly controversial label is being used as a mechanism for confronting internal blockages. It's about achieving spiritual self-mastery.
Yeah, it is wholly distinct from modern left-hand path egoism. It's not about just being edgy or breaking rules for fun.
Right, it's an actual discipline. Well, leaving you with a final provocative thought to mull over today. If your instinctive recoil to a single provocative word can instantly expose your hidden societal programming, what other taboo ideas in your daily life are actually just mislabeled gateways waiting to be decoded?